your lunchbox, Andrew?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's so serious. Where is it?
What lunchbox?
I haven't eaten since yesterday, and it's lunchtime. I'm starving. Where's my lunchbox?
What's a lunchbox? What lunchbox?
What do you mean? What is a lunchbox? Where is my lunchbox?
I don't know what you're talking about, like, honestly. Like, seriously, I don't know what you're talking about. I was gonna do lunchbox with a friend.
What did you say?
I said nothing.
I heard what you said.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, seriously.
Fine. You enjoy doing whatever this was. I'm gonna go find my lunchbox and eat something.
You do that then. Good boy. Time to eat lunch.
What's up, IA? I'm Alec Cotton. Today is Thursday, September 25th. Tomorrow is a PD day, which means no student should be on campus. The PSAT is coming to IA on October 8th. This is mandatory for all 9th, 10th, and 11th graders. Here's Tommy with movie review.
They call themselves the Goonies.
Goonies?
The Goonies.
The Goonies isn't just another 80s adventure movie. It is the 80s adventure movie, besides Indiana Jones and Back to the Future, respectively. Directed by Richard Donner and written by Chris Columbus, and based on a true story by Steven Spielberg, this movie was made for success from the start. The Goonies is a movie about ordinary, adventurous kids, Data, Mikey, Mouth, and Chuck, who get entangled in a wild treasure hunt and race against notorious criminals known as the Fratelli family. After finding out that Mikey's home is about to be destroyed by the folks over at Astoria Country Club, ready to build the biggest golf course ever, the kids decide they need to do something about it. Then, after this series of events, the kids decide to go up to the attic and find a treasure map. I won't give any spoilers, but after this, the kids follow the map and go on a famous Indiana Jones-style classic Goonies adventure. This movie is a timeless classic that still holds up almost 40 years later, despite the small amount of continuity errors and plot holes. This is a fantastic movie that I would recommend to anyone who wants a good family movie to watch. I would give The Goonies a solid 8 out of 10 overall.
Hi, my name is Zachary Rudolph, and this is Video Game Review. Today's video game is Portal. Story, 5 stars. The story of Portal starts with the main character Shell waking up in the Aperture Science Enrichment Center, monitored by an AI named GLaDOS. As you progress through the game, you perform various tests and puzzles using the Aperture Science portal gun. But things quickly take a turn for the worse, leading you to trying to find a way to escape the facility. The story of Portal is simple, yet compelling, keeping you on the edge of your seat the entire time. Gameplay, 5 stars. The gameplay of Portal is where the game truly shines. The controls are very intuitive and easy to learn, and the way the game shows you the different mechanics of the portal gun is very well integrated into the puzzles. And when you complete one of the puzzles, no matter how easy it was, it always feels rewarding. Music, 4 stars. Though not like a traditional soundtrack, the music fits the vibe of the game very well, providing an eerie ambience that makes you feel unwelcome, like you're not supposed to be there. Here, I'll let the music speak for itself. Graphics, 4 stars. Though by today's standards, the graphics aren't very impressive. When the game first came out in 2007, they were considered revolutionary, and they helped shape the graphics we know and love today. Overall, I give Portal 4.5 out of 5 stars. Great game, and if you haven't played it, you definitely should.
Thanks, Zach. The Word of IA is after school on October 9th. Make sure to show up to see the wide range of cultures here at IA. Here's Chef's Table with Ethan.
Hi, welcome to Chef's Table. Today is all about breakfast fuel. Welcome to breakfast on a budget. Alright, first you gotta pour your mix. From there, you're gonna mix the two together. Then you could stir it up a little bit. Alright, then you take your egg, crack it open, and try to not get any shell. Alright, then once you're done mixing, you take it over to your griddle, and you slowly pour it over. Once you see the edges get a little bit more crispy, then it's time to flip it. It'll be very quick. Then you have your beautiful pancake. If you want, you could also put in some bananas or you can put in some chocolate chips to make whatever kind of flavor pancakes you would like. Alrighty, let's get to making some eggs. First, you gotta grab your pan, put it on your stove, let it heat up. And you take your eggs, crack it open. Once one side of your egg is done cooking, you take it and then you flip it. Once your egg is done cooking, go ahead and scoop it and bring it over to your toast. Lay it on, and you got yourself a nice egg avocado toast.
Hello, my name is Dr. Gingrich. I teach English, AP English Language and Composition. I teach English 1101 dual enrollment through Gwinnett Tech, which we're offering on campus. And then I teach Pinnacle Project Research Honors. For English 1101, my favorite concept, I would say, would be reflective writing. So the students read a series of articles on different topics. What we're focusing in on this year is we're focusing on them responding to a wicked problem, and then they generate questions on that, and then they're going to write on it. A wicked problem is a complex social problem such as the environmental crisis or poverty. So they're answering and responding to questions and thinking about those issues is my favorite concept within argumentation. My experience in high school influenced how I teach. I went to probably a very different type of academic environment than in this area, North Fulton, South Forsyth. I went to much more of a blue collar area. And then a lot of my friends in high school didn't do very well. So I always thought that if we can have more engaging activities, you could keep people involved in school. And so I'm really that was probably what encouraged me to teach, just try and kind of reach out to people who maybe were not being as successful in school. What specifically about IA drew me to teaching here is really design thinking. There's a journal called The 4 C's, which is College Composition and Communication. And there was an article in that published by someone who was teaching an English 1101 course in which he developed design thinking. So I was really pulled in and really liked the design thinking aspect of the school, which I thought was very unique. My favorite mythical creature is probably, and I always mispronounce, the chupacabra, which is this mythical creature from Mexico that has a lot of sort of magical qualities and is a very strong part of their culture, sort of this imposing beast that they almost tell their children about and is very frightening. So I think that I always thought that was a very interesting and my favorite mythical creature. When I'm not teaching, I like to play video games, particularly I play RPGs. We spend a lot of time, we like to go to concerts, musical concerts and theater. We go to the Broadway series down at the Fox, so we like to go out and do a lot of those types of things.
All right, thank you for coming out here, Gael. So what inspired you to build this nature trail?
Because not much people I see are outside. There's not walking. There's always a lot of activities, but there's never a idea for a trail. I see all these students. They play like some sports, like volleyball, tennis, whatever I see then's on the field. But there's no trail, and I'm like, a lot of people like to walk. A lot of people like to embrace nature. So I'm like, might just make a trail. It's the perfect environment. Plus, it boosts mental wellness within students, which helps them to de-stress.
Can you describe like the overall vision or goal that you had when you started this?
I was thinking I would just outline the trail, see what activities can be made in this trail, and like how it would go out, like the planning, and everything, the operations of this trail, such as like switching the teachers, what activities are being conducted, how are students going to be going to walk the trail as good and embrace the full experience of the mental wellness of this nature trail. And my vision is to get this done by the end of first semester or the beginning of second semester, so I can use this as my research project and something to leave behind before I graduate from IA.
Wonderful. Yeah, honestly, I think you answered most of my questions. Thanks for your time, Gael. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. You have a great day as well. Thank you for interviewing me on this. I am very thankful that you interviewed me on this, and it's something that I'm passionate about. So thank you so much. Thank you, IATV.
That's all for today. Remember, IA, make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.